In this video, you will learn how to create a string configuration. The string configuration details all the necessary information for performing string tests with your EC series analyzer. The process in IBMS is similar to the procedure in the EC series analyzer. You may also consult the analyzer's user manual for reference. In our example, we will create a string of ENERSYS 3CC7 batteries used at the Global Energy Innovations headquarters. To create a string configuration, open Inventory Management. If this is the first time you're using IBMS, this window will be empty. You will need to create the structure of the location for your string. There are different methods to create new company, region, site, and string. You can use the buttons at the bottom of the Inventory Management windows or by opening a menu with a right click. The context of the menu and bottom bar will change accordingly to the selected element. First, create a new company. Following the same procedure, create a new region. After that, create a new site. Now that the structure of the string location is defined, you can create a string configuration. By clicking on New String, you will open a new battery string window. On top of the window, there is a field for the name of your string. This window is divided into three tabs: String Configuration, Test Settings, and Battery Details. The entry of the different settings can be done manually or by loading templates. When the entry is done, you can save the settings as a template for future use. The String Configuration tab is divided into three main boxes: Battery Definition, String-Specific Battery Details, and Baseline. First, enter the number of batteries in your string. Then enter the battery definition either by loading a template or manually, as we are demonstrating right now. First, define the battery manufacturer. Click this button and the battery manufacturer window will open. Click on New and enter the name of the manufacturer. And click Close. Do the same for the battery model by clicking here. Click New and enter the battery's model name. Now you need to define the cell type. This is done by a drop-down menu that lists the different types of battery chemistry. In our case, the ENERSYS 3CC7s are lead-acid flooded. Enter the capacity as specified by the manufacturer. Indicate the number of cells per battery. The number of cells for the 3CC7 is 3. And now you can decide on the test level. You can either decide to test each cell individually or the entire block. In the case of the 3CC7, each cell can be measured individually. The string-specific battery details allows you to determine if you want to measure the strap or not. If the number of straps between batteries is equal to 0, no strap will be measured. If you wish to measure the strap and depending on your battery configuration, enter the number of straps between two batteries. In the case of the ENERSYS 3CC7, we set the number at 1. By doing so, we open a new function in this battery details box, asking us if we want to use the auto baseline feature for the strap reference value. Select Yes or enter your own strap reference by choosing No. If No is selected, you will need to enter a reference value in milliohm. Indicate if you're doing the measurement on float or at open circuit. Enter the reference voltage value as specified by the battery manufacturer. You can enter it per cell or per battery. If you modify one of these values, the other value will automatically adjust according to the battery definition. The baseline box is to indicate if you want to use the auto baseline feature of the analyzer or if you wish to enter your own value. If you choose to enter your own value, you will have to enter the impedance baseline in milliohm as well as the ACF. Now that the string description is entered, you can switch to the Test Settings tabs. In Test Settings, you will be able to select which test parameter is to be measured, which test settings to apply by the analyzer, as well as setting the alarm levels for the test parameters. Select which parameter will be measured by the analyzer. If you select Cell Scan, voltage and impedance will be turned on automatically. In Test Settings, you can select the noise filtering level to be applied during your test. You can also turn on and off the polarity correction. If the polarity correction is on, the value reported by the analyzer will be the absolute voltage measured between the two test leads. Battery Test Start and Strap Test Start allows you to select between a manual or automatic mode to start testing. If you select automatic, a function will appear asking for the delay between making connection to the battery and the start of the test. Alarm settings allow you to define levels of alarms to apply to the test parameters. You can edit the value or turn off an alarm by checking the corresponding box. You have now defined the entire string configuration, but you can enter optional information for the string management in the Battery Details tab. To log optional information, select the battery and click Edit Battery. You'll be able to enter the installation date, the manufacturing date, and other comments. You can populate the same information over all the batteries with the Copy Details to All button. You have now entered the necessary and optional information for your string configuration, and you can save these changes. By saving the changes, you will exit the new battery string and return to the inventory management. The inventory management window now lists the new string configuration. At any time with a double click, you can reopen the string configuration to make any modifications and save the new changes. This concludes our video on setting up string configurations in IBMS. Please visit us at www.globalei.com or contact your local distributor for more information. Thank you.